Welcome, everybody. Roll call, please.
Councilmember, Agency Director, Authority Member Molly.
Present.
Mann.
I'm present.
Underwood Jacobs.
Present.
Vice Mayor, Vice Chairman Christ.
Present.
Mayor Chairman Paris. We have a quorum.
Move to excuse Mayor Paris.
We have a motion.
I'll second that.
We have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Invocation. David, would you do the invocation for us?
Father, we ask for wisdom, we ask for grace, we ask for strength, we ask for courage, all the things that enable us to make great decisions and lead our lives, lead our community into a better place. We pray, Lord, your blessing and your hand on the things discussed and the direction taken. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Roger.
Please put your right hand over your heart and join me for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Raj. David, you're back up. The Global Leadership Summit.
Vice Mayor, council members, thanks for letting me have just a moment. For the last 5 years, the Desert Vineyard Church that I lead here in Lancaster has been a premier site host for an event called the Global Leadership Summit. It's 2 days in August devoted to inspiration and equipping on the issue of leadership. It involves a world-class faculty, a unique faculty from the business community, from church, from nonprofit, from academia. This year, some of the speakers include Melinda Gates, who, with her husband Bill, are giving away the greatest private fortune in American history, and also Alan Mulally, a CEO of Ford Motor Company, pastors, again, academics. I don't know when people learn about leadership. I know that I somehow managed to get through high school, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and my foot in the door of a PhD without ever taking one single class on leadership. I don't know when people hear about some of the issues and challenges and skills that make greater leadership possible, but I do know that the meaning of leadership makes everything better. And so we host this 2-day event, not just for ourselves in our own church or other churches in our community, but for the business community, for schools, for whoever wants to participate in these 2 days. And rather than me kind of go through what's going to be on tap for those 2 days, I thought I'd show you just a brief video.
Leadership is hard work. If you aren't actively cultivating yourself as a leader, chances are you're losing ground. You may not even be aware of it, but the people around you can feel it, and your team can feel it as well. Your leadership cannot stay here. You've got to move yourself toward there. Several years back, I found myself in a leadership slump. Slumps happen, you know. Managers get into slumps, teams get into slumps, leaders get into slumps too, and I was in a slump. And it took intentionality on my part to move myself out of the slump into a better place. That's why my team and I make it a priority every year to be actively engaged with the Global Leadership Summit. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the summit is a 2-day infusion of vision, inspiration, and practical skills so that you can take your leadership from here to there. I'm very excited about the diverse faculty joining us at this year's summit. They bring a blend of high-challenge ideas and fresh perspectives that will invigorate your leadership and provide tools that you can immediately apply. You'll learn how to be selective in executing the ideas that matter most, identify key ingredients of successful turnarounds, instill and reward virtues that accelerate teamwork, navigate cultural differences using the most effective methods possible, harness the power of emotional intelligence, and build cultures that value efficiency and effectiveness. The full lineup for our 2016 summit includes Melinda Gates, Alan Mulally, Bishop T.D. Jakes, Horst Schulze, Dr. Travis Bradbury, Aaron Meyer, Wilfredo de Jesus, Patrick Lencioni, Chris McChesney, Danielle Strickland, Jossie Chaco, John Maxwell, and myself. Everyone wins when a leader gets better. But what about when an entire team gets better? Independent research shows that 83% of leaders who attend consecutive years of the summit experience improved teamwork, increased job satisfaction, and greater productivity. Do whatever it takes to bring your entire team to the summit. And when you do, you'll find it has an exponential effect on your entire organization, and you'll become more effective as a leader, taking your organization from here to there. See you at the summit.
For 20 years, I've been a part of this event and been so happy to kind of offer it in our community. It's something that you don't have to drive down to LA for and get a hotel room. It's something you don't have to fly across the country. You experience right here in our community in a very affordable way. So I'm inviting our community, I'm inviting them to this two-day event that's on August 11th and 12th. And you can go to our website, desertvineyard.org. You can go to the Willow Creek website, willowcreek.com, and get more information. But it's, again, every time a leader gets better, a lot of good things come from that. So thank you for letting me share that.
Jason, can we put that on our website? Make sure that it's there. And David, what are the dates again?
August 11th and 12th. That's a Thursday, Friday from 8:30 to 5.
And it's at 10th and I.
Yeah.
And I've been there before. It's a great conference. It's really good.
What time did you say?
From 8:30 to 5. So it's a
8:30 to 5.
full-day event for those 2 days.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But they don't have to stay there all day.
No,
They
you can come and go as you want, but you'll want to hear more once you've heard the beginning
want to be
of
there.
it.
And
Yeah.
give us the website one more time. Not for me, I already have it, but
Yeah,
just,
willowcreek.com, that's the originators, and what we heard from, that was Bill Hybels, who leads Willow Creek Church, a church of about 30,000 in the Chicago area. Or you can go to our website, desertvineyard.org, and you'll see banners for the Global Leadership Summit. You can click and follow those, and I know I shouldn't say this, but if you go to our website, I think the price is lower. So that's that.
David, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Jason, anything to be removed?
No, sir.
Kate, I need a motion and a second for the council minutes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the council minutes.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye,
Is that M1 and M2, Ken?
that's correct, inclusive
Thank you.
of minutes.
Need a motion and second for the consent calendar.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent calendar as, we don't have any speaker cards?
None?
We do. I just received it.
Okay, we'll pull CC3.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to accept the consent calendar CC1, CC2, CC4, and 5.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. Let's vote. Motion passes unanimously. Jason.
Good day, or good night, everyone. Good day. I want to applaud you guys for, working on doing something for the homeless and everything like that. But what you guys proposed by taxing vacant property owners is not right. That's not the right way of doing things. The County Board of Supervisors today talked about using a sales tax, marijuana tax, and a parcel tax. They found out that a sales tax is the fastest way to get the funding because it comes right away. And there's going to be a quarter-cent sales tax on the ballot. Property owners.
Jason, do you know the ramifications of doing a sales tax, what that does to the local businesses? Let's say Lancaster Honda. So if you were at Lancaster Honda and we put a half-cent sales tax, that half-cent sales tax is far greater, so it forces those people that were going to buy Hondas to a different location to buy it because it's cheaper. So they don't have to do that. So that distracts from people buying local. So anytime that you do a sales tax, it makes people go elsewhere to purchase it. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't do that. And to answer your question in regards to why we didn't do it to undeveloped land, we have a lot of people that are outside the area that are investing in our area, and to do that, the people that live here on a daily basis are the ones that I'm most concerned about. Those people that are here being affected by the homeless are the people that I'm more concerned about. Now, let me tell you how we did this. So we have the ability and had the ability to do it at a 50% plus one. So we could have done the vote at 50% plus one. The council chose to do it at a 66% rate. So we want a majority of the citizens that are involved, a majority of the community, the businesses, everybody involved to say, yeah, we want this. We want to keep the money local. So when you talk about what the county is doing, I think we've shown the hospital's not getting any money from the county. We're not getting any money from any of the agencies that the county has represented, that the money doesn't trickle down to us. So those are the reasons that we did that. So does that answer some of your questions?
Well, this is my main objection is, why do vacant property owners have to pay 5 times more than the residential property owners? I mean, residential single-family homes. How does vacant property owners cause homelessness? How are they responsible for 5 times more than a single-family homeowner or apartment? Why do 15% of the property owners have to pay half the assessment? It doesn't make sense. Plus, these 90% of the property owners that own property out here don't live here, so they can't even vote on it. Remember the Boston Tea Party? Remember Prop 13? This is a lawsuit. You guys, Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association is already looking into this. Property owners have called, vacant property owners have called me. I'm telling you guys, this is a lawsuit.
Howard Jarvis is looking into this, and they're looking at endorsing it. So I've talked to them. George Runner's looking at endorsing it. A lot of the people are actually looking at endorsing it. So because of the way and because we chose to do it at a 66%.
I know, but why do vacant property owners pay 5 times more?
Well, it's just the way that it fell, and you answered.
I mean, it's kind of like, if you're black, we're going to charge you 5 times more, and we're not going to allow you to vote.
That's out of line. You're done.
It's a minority, right?
Done.
It's a minority.
You're done.
All right, I'm leaving
Thank you.
these for the public so they can see what the city's doing.
Thank you. Okay, I need a motion and second for CC3.
I'll make a motion to accept CC3.
Let's
Second
vote.
that.
Motion passes unanimously. NB1. We have no speaker cards.
Okay, well then I'll make a motion then to,
We're going to waive the staff report.
yeah. It's new business. Yeah, we waived the staff report.
Yes.
Not that we had a public hearing, but I'll make a motion to accept the consulting services with Black, and I think that's Viach for the Lancaster Community Solar Interconnection Services.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and second. Let's vote. Motion passes unanimously. NB2. We do have a speaker card. Jeff?
Good evening, Vice Mayor and members of the City Council Commission. The item before the City Council is a request to approve a 5-year MOU between AVTA and the City of Lancaster for AVTA to provide maintenance services twice a week for all 335 bus stop locations within the City of Lancaster. This will include, but not limited to, trash disposal, pressure washing, graffiti removal, and general inspection. Currently, city staff and contracted services have been providing weekly maintenance services to primarily bus shelter-only locations. As a result of this partnership, and under the leadership of the City Council and AVTA, the community will now not only have an increased level of service to all of their bus stop locations within the city, but both agencies will be maximizing non-general fund dollars by using state and federal funding sources for these services. So again, the city would like to thank AVTA for their leadership and proactivity in coordinating this program with the city. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions? Fran?
Good evening, Vice Mayor Chris, members of the council, ladies and gentlemen. My question is on this, you have that you're going to be keeping the bus stops clean and so forth. Cleaner. Okay. Now I have another for you. or. Does this include, because remember a couple of weeks ago I brought up the Metrolink situation as far as the cleanliness. I went there to check a couple of I was going to bring it at the last meeting, but my time ran out. Anyway, the job that was done was half done. It wasn't done properly. It was swept a little bit. I took pictures. So, and part of our part, as far as Lancaster, it was not power washed. The stains were still on the sidewalks. There's still dust and dirt, and dirty. I know there was windy, and I could see that, but you could see where some of the debris has been there for quite a while.
Right.
And then I also saw that the part at the Metro on the rails had claimed halfway done to their part. But is that the way it's going to be? And now also last week, at our last meeting, you mentioned you were going to have some kind of a console or something when the other gentleman brought up about the toilet paper rolls. Somebody keeping an eye on doing that. Are we going to have somebody who's going to be keeping an eye on keeping the Metrolink clean?
Yes.
Okay, because I'll go, I have a power chair, so I can go zip in and out and make sure it gets done.
Okay. That's good. Jason, you want to, does this include the Metrolink station?
No, sir, this doesn't, but we're working currently with AVTA. This was in process prior to our last meeting where these issues came up. So as a result of that, we've been working closely with Len to determine that and add that to the scope of this contract. So we're working out the details of square footage and price now. As it relates to the other items in the bathroom that Fran mentioned, those have been handled, and there was a miscommunication with some of our staff, and that will never happen again.
Okay.
Okay, and this also includes the bathrooms. The bathrooms are atrocious. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Fran. Any other questions? I need a motion and a second for NB2.
Okay, I guess I will
I motion that we approve memorandum of understanding with AVTA Authority and appropriate $30,000 from Proposition A fund balance accounting to operating budget.
Second that.
We have a motion and second for NB2, A and B. Let's vote. It's unanimous. Yes. Council reports. Ken? No reports? City manager.
We do have one video show tonight. We'll have Luke put it up. I was not in attendance, but I want to give thanks to staff and council who regularly participates in the 4th of July extravaganza. As you'll see, it always goes off without a hitch. The fair does a great job with the rodeo. Everybody cooperates well. Traffic oftentimes cooperates with some hiccups every once in a while, but all in all, it was a great, safe event for everybody who participated. And we have a short video to show you to take pride in that.
My name's Alyssa Armstrong.
And I'm Aaron Green, and we're here at the annual 4th of July Fireworks Extravaganza.
Sponsored by the City of Lancaster,
the Lancaster Auto Mall,
and the AV Fairgrounds. Councilman Molly, what are we up to this evening?
this is what is all about America. You know, we're celebrating our America's birthday. So everybody's here, everybody's happy. If you look behind me, it's amazing. You know, it's full, and everyone's having a great time.
So why are you guys excited to be here with the 4th of July fireworks extravaganza?
Because it's very exciting, stuff shoot in the sky.
I like these fireworks. They just boom, 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 you know, just the sound and everything on it. It just excites me.
It's so pretty. Like, you can look up in the sky, you see it, you know.
All these
Good.
people.
All these people.
Exciting.
It's fun.
Why are you excited to be here at the 4th of July fireworks extravaganza?
I'm very thankful for what our American soldiers have done for us. Because of them, I am here to enjoy celebrating something special.
I just want to thank the veterans, and I want to thank the veterans' families for all that they do. So let's give our veterans a big hand for making this possible. How many people from Palmdale? Fort Hill? Little Rock? Roseman? How many from Lancaster? Happy birthday, America!
Thank you.
And that's all I have.
Okay. City Clerk.
This is the time to address the City Council, agency, and authority on non-agendized matters. Speaker cards can be found on the back table of the council chambers. Individual speakers are limited to 3 minutes each. State law prohibits the City Council from taking action on items not on the agenda, and your matter may be referred to the City Manager. Thank you.
Wally.
Thank you, Marv. City Council, staff, people of Lancaster. I'd like to see a concise crimes report, statistics of crimes in the city of Lancaster at every meeting. For example, robberies, burglaries, murders, car-cheating people.
Wally, we have that at our Criminal Justice Commission. You want to take it?
Yeah, but I'd like to see it in the city council meetings, and possibly the report being given by the public safety director, Mr. DeRico. I think that would be very nice for the people of Lancaster. And that's all I have to say on that subject. And I have another little subject here to take up my 3 minutes that the state gives me, which I appreciate. And I've often complained about the bus service in Lancaster, but I've never brought this particular point up. Weekends are horrible, bus service, because the buses just run every hour. Excuse me. And so one big problem about drivers, city director of transportation, is that in their, of course they have to do that, they have to follow their orders, and their orders are for every hour. So what do? They stop and they waste time and they bore the people, and the people are so mad because they're sitting there not moving because they got to keep to the schedule. No, that is so wrong. On Saturdays and Sundays, you have to keep the buses running continuously. If you don't want to run them every half hour, just keep them running. What is wrong It's not like we're poor and we can't pay fuel for the buses. What is wrong? Why isn't our city council more conducive to the needs of the poor people that ride the buses?
Thanks, Wally. Fran, can you top that?
No comment. Thank you, Jen. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not down. No, it's not down, so.
Yeah, I learned the trick out of there.
Down,
Good.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hearing me again. Hope you don't get bored with me. I don't think you do, though. I think you answered my question. I couldn't go to the supervisor meeting today, but but I watched it on television. And I was going to say, because I was going to comment on it, on the taxes. There's two taxes, 3% and a 1/4% tax. And it got a little confusing towards the end of they had 100 people that came up to speak on it that gave their opinions. But I was going to ask you, they have 3% tax for the homeless. Then they had the 1/4 tax, which was for the special general fund, basically. And then they also stipulated it was also for the homeless. My question to the council, to the chamber, the council is, we also have our own tax that we're going to be paying here, the $18 for the seniors and $36 for everybody else. And you answered it, because we hardly ever get any money, and I was going to bring that up, but I didn't get a chance. So in essence, are we part of the 88 little, there's a group of 88
League of Cities. Yes.
We are part of that?
Yes.
So we are supposed to get some kind of monetary money from
We're supposed to.
We're supposed to, okay. So, in essence, are we going to have to pay that if it passes, a 1/4%?
We will have to pay it, but if everyone in the city of Lancaster and Santa Clarita and Palmdale stick together, we don't get any money up here. So if we all vote no, they can't pass anything.
Good, that's what I wanted to hear.
So that's my purpose of doing this. That's why we didn't put it on the ballot with everybody else. Until they start recognizing us, until they start recognizing and giving us our fair share, the transportation tax, I'm against. All the different taxes that they're imposing on us, I'm against. We need to solve the homeless problem.
Right.
So it's $3, a month for most residents. So it's not cumbersome upon them to do that. So it's the best that we can do.
Oh, thank you.
So that's why we're doing it that way, Fran.
That's what I wanted to hear, because I was going to voice it too.
Okay.
We need to help ourselves first before we can help anybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fran. Council comments. Raj? Planning Commission?
I just wanted to give you a quick update. Since our last meeting 2 weeks ago, you folks heard the Climate Action Plan briefly, and we are taking that up at our Planning Commission meeting next time, as well as the assignment on zero net energy to be considered. We had a meeting last night, a briefing last night, so we're well on our way to consider that. I participated in the community group on 1013, the alcohol community group. I don't know what else to call it. Maybe it's called public safety. And then we're also looking at the land use impacts on recreational marijuana on the proposed ballot initiative that will likely pass this November in the state, and how we might react on land use for that. So we've got a pretty full agenda for the next few months.
You're staying busy.
Yeah,
staying
everything's
busy.
normal.
Good. Criminal justice?
Nothing to report. Nothing to report this week. We have our meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock right here.
So you do give all those stats out that
We absolutely do.
on everything? You give it on a yearly basis and broken down to a monthly basis, correct?
Absolutely.
Angela? Ken?
Yeah, I just want to say all four of us attended the 4th of July event, and I think that tip my hat to both the auto mall dealers that helped fund the fireworks, but I think that was probably one of the best 4th of Julys I think we've had that I can remember. And I also think traffic was handled quite well too, getting out of the fairgrounds, because I think that might have been the largest crowd we've ever had too. I don't know, but it was impressive to be able to look up and see how full those stands were and look at the number of people that attended, and we clearly know that the rodeo was pretty good, the bull riding. I mean, unfortunately, somebody got hurt, but pretty spectacular bull riding for the evening. So anyway, I just wanted to make that comment. So I don't think that little short vignette didn't get to see all the real exciting stuff that took place.
It was good. It was good. I just wanted to thank our deputies. Thank you very much for what you do. Thank you. You have a city council and a community that backs you, and we thank you for what you do. It's an unthankful job, but I want to, on behalf of the Lancaster City Council, I want to thank you, and thank you, Captain, for what you guys do out there. So we're going to adjourn this in the we're going to adjourn the meeting in the memory of Betty Lou Nash. Mrs. Nash worked with the community members to open the Lancaster Performing Arts, served on the Lancaster Parks, Recreation, and Arts Commission, was elected 3 terms at Antelope Valley College trustee and president of the Antelope Valley Symphony Association, president of the Antelope Valley Arts Council. She received the Lancaster Lifetime Achievement Award in 1997 and 2004 received the Antelope Valley College Achievement Award for college service. Prior to the opening of LPAC, Mrs. Nash and her husband donated a grand piano, which is still used in the venue today. Mrs. Nash will be missed by her family, friends, and the community. Thank you for what she did, and I do appreciate it, and the meeting's adjourned. Thank you.